Welcome to the Doha Triathlon Technical Race Briefing. You will be receiving all of your information and a race pack via email. Please refer to your race pack for all of your detailed questions and route information. Today we're just going to cover the main points. In this briefing we're going to cover pre-race and registration process, swim, bike and run routes, and also post-race. Starting with pre-race. On Thursday the 19th, you will be able to come to MIA Park between 3 and 6 p.m. to collect your race pack. After this point, you will have to come on Friday morning before the race from 5 a.m. to collect your race pack and race numbers. You will not be able to rack your bike overnight on Thursday. Please do not bring your bikes to the venue on Thursday evening. From 5 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. transition will be open for you on Friday morning. There will be no allocated spots in transition. It's first come, first served. There will be spots, however, for all team athletes. You will have a certain spot in transition area for your bikes. All other individuals can rack where you prefer. Okay, now for the swim route. Once you have racked your bike from between 6:45 and 7 a.m, you'll be invited, all swimmers will be invited to line up along the wall next to the water by the entrance pontoon. Sprint athletes, you'll be going first. From 6:45 until 7, sprint athletes will be invited to walk down the ramp and onto the pontoon and into the water. Your race will begin at 7. From 7 a.m, when you hear the hooter, your swim will begin and you'll be swimming from a start up towards the Richard Serra structure. At that point, you will find your first buoy on your left. You will take the left turn and continue along to your second, third and fourth buoys, keeping all of them on your left. This will bring you to one loop. One loop is 750 meters. For sprints, this is your loop. You will get out at the swim exit. For Olympic distance athletes, it's the same protocol. You will be starting at 7:20. Once the sprint athletes have started, you will be invited to join them in the water and wait for your starting hooter. You will be doing 2 loops of the swim course, bringing you to 1,500 meters. At this point, you will continue along once again to the Richard Serra sculpture, where you will find green carpet for the swim exit and flags, clearly marking where you need to exit the water. We will have 4 volunteers on the steps willing to help you to get out of these steps. This is a slow zone and we really advise, in the interest of safety, to please take your time. You will come up the steps and enter into the transition area following the arrows provided. You will run into transition and to collect your bike. At this point, you will have to follow the signs for the bike exit. Okay, for the bike section, before you begin your bike, you must remember to put your helmet on first before you touch your bike in transition area. Also, you must remember to have your numbers correctly placed. You will have 1 number under your saddle and 1 number on your helmet. You will also have a race belt. If you don't have a race belt, we will provide you pins to attach your bib number on you personally. So that's 3 numbers you must remember to have: your helmet, your bike saddle, and 1 on you personally. Once again, remember to attach your helmet before you touch your bike. Once you have your bike gear all ready, you will walk your bike or jog your bike out of transition area to the mount line. There is 1 bike exit out of transition. Please refer to the maps clearly for where this is. Once you've passed the mount line on the bike, you can ride slowly out of the MIA Park. This is advised to be a slow zone. While we won't be policing it, we recommend that there is no passing in the MIA Park. You'll be taken through the corniche, through the park, down a small ramp to the cobbled road, which is about 300 meters of cobbles. From the 300 meters of cobbles, you will then arrive at the main road, the beginning of the corniche. This is where your race begins. Game on. It's 5 Ks to the turnaround, at which point you'll be brought back to the MIA second turnaround point, giving you a 10K loop. For sprint athletes, you will be doing 2 loops, bringing you to 20 Ks. At this point, you will re-enter MIA Park and continue through the slow zone back to transition. Olympic distance athletes, you will be doing 4 laps before re-entering MIA Park and going through the slow zone back to transition area. When you re-enter the park on the bike, you will be guided to the middle path along the Corniche. This is very scenic between the palm trees. Please again refer to your maps so you know clearly where you're going. Once again, pay attention to where the dismount line is and jog or walk your bike back to your rack spot. Okay, for the run route, once you have racked your bike, you must pay attention to the direction of transition and look for the run exit signs. You'll be directed through transition area and back out to the first timing loop. You'll be running past the MIA Cafe with the Doha skyline on your left for the first few hundred meters before you are reconnected to the Corniche path. This path will take you mostly back to the MIA Museum. There is a small detour up around a fountain and a small garden path to make sure you don't cross over any other cyclists coming in the other direction. Once again, please pay attention to your maps to know the direction of the run route. Once the run route brings you back to the Corniche path, you don't need to vary anymore. You stay on the path all the way back to transition area. For sprint athletes, you will be doing this lap twice. It's a 2.5 kilometer lap. 2 laps will bring you back to transition area, and then you only have a few hundred meters left to continue around to the finishing chute and party zone. Olympic distance athletes, you will need to complete 4 laps. Once again, you will be brought back to transition area and you have a final few hundred meters to continue before you proceed up the finish chute. Okay, one very important section for you team participants, all of you guys doing the triathlon in a relay. We have a relay holding pen for all relay participants. After the swimmer exits the swim, you will have to find your cyclist in this pen. At that point, you will need to give them your chip. When your cyclist has attached the chip to your ankle, then you cyclist can go and enter transition and get your bike. Cyclists, once you have completed your cycle leg, you will enter in transition and rack your bike. You will then come back into the pen and find your runner. At that point, you will give them the chip, and the runner must now attach the chip to his or her ankle. Runner, you will then follow the transition exit out and onto the run route. Okay, once you have finished your race, you will want to eat, drink and enjoy with your friends and family. At the finishing line, we will have medics and some food and an expo available for you to enjoy. Transition will be available up until 11 for you to access your bikes and exit. We will have a prize giving also at 11 AM.